Thursday, November 9th is coming.
It's the best day yet.
That's right, Patchy the Pirate counts down your 100 greatest SpongeBob's of all time, followed by the premiere of a brand new episode, and tremendously topped off with the network premiere of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Order up.
It will truly be the best day ever. Begins tomorrow at 8 and continues for over 24 hours.
The Best Day Ever Marathon is probably the most memorable and iconic SpongeBob marathon in the show's entire history. There are a few reasons why this marathon is memorable. The marathon would be a 24-hour special with SpongeBob episodes taking over the entire channel from November 9, 2006 to November 10, 2006. Another reason is because a new SpongeBob episode entitled The Best Day Ever was premiering that night, and Nickelodeon hyped this episode despite it being the usual length of a SpongeBob episode. The final reason as to why this marathon is memorable, because that night the SpongeBob movie was also premiering on a network for the first time, which occurred right after the Best Day Ever episode. Now, this marathon is iconic, and some of you watching this video might know me because of this marathon. 9 years ago, for no particular reason, I uploaded a clip, not even a good clip, of the marathon playing on my TV, and for some reason, you guys apparently loved that video and commented on the marathon. 9 or 10-year-old me at the time didn't think people would end up finding the video about a TV show marathon that literally occurred almost 20 years ago. It was because of that request for more from that event or better quality of that very sequence that I uploaded another video years later of the same beginning that I took the time to record and edit specifically for viewing purposes, and people apparently showed up again. I never realized the impact that this marathon made on so many people, whether they loved the episode or not, and that is mainly because I was born just a month after this episode went on the air. But seeing those comments on my video or someone else's video of the same marathon has definitely answered the question as to why people are remembering this particular event, and the reason is nostalgia. Because in today's world of Nickelodeon, and especially in a post-Dan Schneider Nickelodeon, you won't find iconic moments in the channel like you did back in the day, whether it be from the shows, the TV movies, the awards, or even the commercials. Since the end or middle of the 2010s, it has really gone downhill. SpongeBob SquarePants is really the reason why Nickelodeon is still successful, and especially during a time when people are starting to get rid of the cable and go to streaming services these days. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been searching all over the internet or need an excuse to stop doom scrolling, I have the answer right here. Because today we are going to talk about the Best Day Ever Marathon. Before we get any further with this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Let's get started. The marathon officially occurred on November 9, 2006, right after an episode of Jimmy Neutron. Patchy the Pirate greeted the viewer and mentioned how this marathon would be 24 hours of the 100 greatest SpongeBob episodes that fans have voted for specifically online. He also mentions how he's going to New York City on a boat to meet SpongeBob fans as they celebrate the premiere of The Best Day Ever. Now, throughout the special, Patchy would make occasional check-ins throughout the night as he introduced the next episode, or sometimes the announcer would do so for him as he was asleep. I wonder if Tom Kenny actually did fall asleep in his Patchy outfit, which I'm pretty sure he did, but it's wild that he slept in his outfit. And it's commitment, I will say. By the 41st pick of the marathon, Patchy eventually wakes up and starts checking in regularly again throughout the day. As the day goes on, the episode count gets closer and closer, and eventually by nighttime, the fans of SpongeBob assemble on a boat with a huge SpongeBob on a pole set to drop at episode number 1, like it's the Times Square ball. I do wonder how these kids were part of the event, because I could not find any information about it, believe it or not. Let me know if you were one of the kids that were actually involved in this special event. I would love to know your story. But here's where it kind of takes a turn, and that was when the episode count was starting to get closer to number 1. Patchy mentioned that all the episodes were specifically voted by kids prior to the event. However, I don't know if that was the case for episodes 5 to number 1, because all of them were in the same season as The Best Day Ever, aka season 4. So really the question we should be asking is, was the voting partially rigged during the marathon? Remember, The event is based on the 100 greatest SpongeBob episodes of all time, and a lot of fans would probably pick episodes especially from seasons 1 to 3, which a lot of fans of SpongeBob consider to be the golden era of SpongeBob. I don't know, is this really coincidental that the last episodes of the countdown happen to be just episodes from the exact same season? And these episodes aren't like bad, they're not terrible, but there's a lot of episodes from the first 3 seasons that could have definitely been part of this. If anyone is wondering what episodes weren't included, here's a list of the episodes that weren't included. The first episode pick ended up being Karate Island. After the episode happened, it was time for the best day ever to premiere. A lot of fans thought that this was going to be like a really like big episode, like it was really hyped, and unfortunately to a lot of fans, it just ended up being the regular length of a regular SpongeBob episode. It was a normal SpongeBob episode, it just happened to have music in it. And the song itself actually was not a stranger to fans of SpongeBob because the best day ever actually premiered, like the song itself, it premiered during the credits of the first SpongeBob movie. The best day ever episode, for those that don't know, is about SpongeBob waking up to another day believing that it would be his best day ever. He wanted to cook at the Krusty Krab, but nematodes were being an obstacle to SpongeBob once again, as we previously seen in Home Sweet Pineapple. He wanted to play karate with Sandy, and Sandy didn't have time for it as her tree dome was leaking. He tried to jellyfish with Patrick, who kept breaking his net, and he borrowed SpongeBob's indestructible net, and he just wouldn't return it. SpongeBob had hoped to see Squidward's recital at the end of the day, and he wasn't let in because he couldn't find his ticket. Eventually he was let in and found out that he missed Squidward's recital. His friends tell him that the best day ever is not a reality in real life, and they decide to make it up to him because he helped his friends with their problems, and now it's time for his friends to really pay it forward to him. And they perform the best day ever on stage in front of everybody, and everybody but SpongeBob gets tired of it, and that's really the episode. This episode was followed by The Gift of Gum, where Patrick gives SpongeBob a giant piece of gum for Best Friends Day, and SpongeBob isn't particularly happy about it, and that's really just the whole episode right there. After these 2 episodes, Patchy then introduced the network premiere of the SpongeBob movie, and the night ends after the movie. This event was watched by 4.4 million viewers when it first aired, and like I said, it still clearly holds an impact on SpongeBob fans. The unfortunate thing is that a marathon like this doesn't air these days on Nickelodeon, and I wish I grew up in 2006 to experience this myself. My brother was 12 years old when this marathon happened. He grabbed a blank tape and hit record, and when the tape ran out, he grabbed another and hit record. He captured a lot of that special, and unfortunately, I don't have the tape that led up to the premiere of the episode of the movie. If any of you have come to this channel specifically for those 2 best day ever marathon videos I've uploaded in the past, I want to say thank you for acknowledging those videos, even though this isn't fully the type of content that I do normally, and I know some of those same viewers will find this video eventually, and if you do, I hope you like this video and also the other content that I have here. And that's really all I have to say about the best day ever marathon. If you like this video and you want to see more content, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely hit the notification bell if you can, and I will see you next time. See you later. Bye.